Hello, I am Editor Than Mai. I will provide you with the latest information of the day. DOJ sues against law that saw church threaten to excommunicate priests. The Department of Justice has filed a lawsuit against a new law that demands priests report child abuse revealed during private confession. One American Archbishop and other Catholic Church figures warned priests will be excommunicated for abiding by Washington state's new law set to take effect on July 27. Why it matters. The issue spotlights the enduring tension between religious freedom and the state's duty to protect children from abuse. The law's proponents argue it's necessary to help safeguard against child abuse, while critics argue that compelling clergy to breach the confessional seal damages their ability to practice religion freely. The outcome may influence how other states approach mandated reporting requirements for clergy, especially as constitutional and civil rights groups enter the debate. What to know. The Democrat-led state of Washington passed a law in May requiring clergy to report any suspected child abuse and neglect learned during confession, which was previously exempt, within 48 hours of hearing of it. The Archdiocese of Seattle responded, saying, Catholic clergy may not violate the seal of confession, or they will be excommunicated from the church. Archbishop Paul Etienne of Seattle said, priests cannot comply with this law if the knowledge of abuse is obtained during the sacrament of reconciliation. The Justice Department's lawsuit backed the Catholic leaders in a legal filing on Monday, arguing the law unlawfully targets clergy, and specifically, Catholic priests, and directly interferes with and substantially burdens this sacred rite of confession. Complying with the new law, SB 5375, under these circumstances, would place Catholic priests fundamentally at odds with the core tenets and beliefs of their religion, and even prohibit them from continuing to serve as priests in the Catholic Church, it added. Under Catholic canon law, priests are prohibited completely from using knowledge acquired from confession to the detriment of the penitent, even when any danger of revelation is excluded. Washington Senator Noel Frame, a Democrat who sponsored the initial bill, has rejected church leaders' talk of excommunicating priests and suggested the church change its own rules. I am reminded that canon law has changed many times over the years in the Catholic faith, and there's nothing to say they cannot change their rules to allow the reporting of real-time abuse and neglect of children, she told NPR last month. That is within their power to change, and I think they should so. The Justice Department, in a news release announcing the lawsuit, argued the bill violates the free exercise of religion for all Catholics and requires Catholic priests to violate the confidentiality seal of confession and would deprive them of the free exercise of religion, something protected under the First Amendment and the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. They added that this would subject them to immediate excommunication from the Catholic Church. Please like and subscribe to wait for the next information. Goodbye and see you again.